In this video, we will go over the downfall of 11 Roblox players. Some of them are developers whose games have a small fraction of the player base they once had, and others are Roblox YouTubers who have done some not so good things. Alexnewtron. Alexnewtron is the creator and owner of one of the most popular games in Roblox history, MeepCity. Created on February 23rd, 2016, and similar to Club Penguin in terms of hangouts and decorating houses, it quickly gained popularity, now boasting 16.2 billion visits. Within a few months of its release, it garnered millions of visits and rose to the top of Roblox's homepage. You may be wondering, why is Alexnewtron on this list? Well, it's because of one addition to the game that seemed innocent at first, but would end up ruining both the game and his reputation. MeepCity parties might have begun the downfall of not only MeepCity, but also many other social hangout games across Roblox. The party function may appear innocent at first, because what could be so wrong about hanging out with your friends? Oh no, you don't know, do you? Parties allowed people to have relationships with each other, oftentimes with young players. This quickly became an issue, so what did Alexnewtron do? Well, those caught hosting such parties were banned from doing so for 3 days. Additionally, a new UI was added to control who can communicate with you, and some animations and the party name feature were removed. So did this end up keeping people from hosting bad parties? Of course not. Only removing the party feature alone would be enough. Why wouldn't Alex do this? He had to focus on adding new features to the game and working his way up the Roblox corporate ladder. Did I mention that he started an internship at Roblox while this whole drama was going on, and refused to take action when sent screenshots of people breaking the rules? Slowly, however, the game began to die out, with the last tweet from Alex being in February of 2019. Despite banning spammers, trolls, and hackers, the online daters of his game continued to drive away players, ultimately leading to the downfall of both the game and his Roblox dev career. Maybe if he had taken the issue seriously and had actual moderation, the game would have more than 6,000 current active players. Campy. On March 7, 2025, developer ICT was suddenly and unexpectedly removed from working on several Rolf game projects such as Arsenal and Counterblocks, but was also removed from working on Blocktails and Blocks cards. The lead developer of Blocktails, Campy, played a significant role in ICT's removal from the development team, stating that it was done quietly to avoid escalation. However, the accusations that ICT made a young person uncomfortable during a voice call, which Campy was spreading, lacked any proof, including screenshots, recordings, or any other evidence. Eventually, the Blocks cards team began their independent investigation and concluded that there were no creepy comments or bad behavior. Furthermore, the girl in question never made any statements to support Campy's story. So one thing was obvious, there was no reason to remove ICT from the team. But this story is far from over, because soon after ICT's name was cleared, people started to investigate Campy for his relationship with the young girl. Here's how the story goes. Campy was an adult when he met his now girlfriend at a restaurant when she was younger than him. Campy had graduated from high school and this girl was a sophomore. After talking, her mom allowed Campy to get her number and started a relationship. There were many holes in his story, from her studying animation in college to still being a high school student to meeting at a college campus to then meeting at a restaurant. These inconsistencies led many to believe that he was attempting to hide her age. After his girlfriend became an adult, she joined various group chats and began to defend Campy, calling people out for calling him out without her consent and calling him the quote-unquote most respectful, caring person I've ever met. There was a clear power imbalance at play here. An independent adult who was her tutor, safety net, and her boyfriend. Campy refused to speak about it without his girlfriend backing him up. But this is the same guy who spread false rumors about ICT, ruining their reputation. This was not two people in the same school who had fallen in love. This was someone from a different state pursuing a relationship with a younger girl. Once again, I have to say all of it like this because I don't want YouTube to get mad at me again. We all know that there was something wrong with her age in all of this. All of this is what lands Campy on our list. ToSlow. With over 4 million subscribers on his main channel and hundreds of thousands across his other channels, ToSlow is one of the most subscribed to and biggest giveaway creators on the platform. His content consists of him flaunting items or pets he has in various games such as Grow a Garden and Murder Mystery 2, and then claiming to give things away. This has been anything from rare and unobtainable items in various Roblox games to straight up money. This, however, is allegedly fake, as one of his associates admitted that ToSlow plays a fake version of Murder Mystery 2 where he can give himself any item. By revealing his close connections to the owners of Grow a Garden and Murder Mystery 2, he can scam his viewers on his live streams, where many viewers have claimed they have donated money in promise of receiving compensation, but never getting anything back. Although some have received items from ToSlow, this doesn't take away from the fact that many people have donated money without receiving anything in return, despite promises to the contrary. He does have videos of him giving stuff away to quote-unquote random people, but every single one of them ends up being someone on his friends list or one of his altogether accounts. One of the worst things he does is ask a viewer for their Roblox account login information, log in, record a video giving them an item, then giving it back to himself, leaving the original account owner with nothing. This is the same person who brags about living in a penthouse. So yeah, be careful about any giveaways you see on Roblox. I would tell you to subscribe for my giveaway, but I've never done one yet, so you should just subscribe before we get to the next person. Maybe we'll do a giveaway later. LCLC. As one of the most popular creators in the simulator game category, LCLC has amassed over 2 million subscribers and consistently receives tens of thousands of views per upload. He got his first taste of success by posting videos about the Roblox game My Restaurant made by Big Games, the people who have made all the Pet Simulator games. After the release of Pet Simulator X, LCLC started creating videos about it, which quickly gained millions of subscribers and views. His content typically involves spending hundreds of thousands of Robux to pay to win, essentially. This branded him as the guy who spent ludicrous amounts of Robux, something that will go on to haunt him. His constant stream of videos on Big Games allowed him to build a relationship with former owner Preston and the rest of the game studio, who have their own set of issues because of their games' gambling and pay-to-win mechanics. This was until the release of Bubblegum Simulator Infinity, a game similar to the Pet Simulator games but without the pay-to-win model. When LCLC made a video on it, he complained about how long it took to spend Robux. This then turned into him asking the devs to make it pay-to-win, despite its popularity coming from the fact that it is free to play, with the top comments on the video asking him not to make the game pay-to-win. Rather than hearing the fact that people can't afford to spend hundreds of thousands of Robux on a single game, nor enjoy pay-to-win games, he laughs at the comments and criticisms that come his way. LCLC's other drama revolves around his use of AI for his thumbnails and art. When Big Games posted an advertisement for one of their games, another popular YouTuber Creekcraft called them out, prompting LCLC to reply and defend Big Games and their use of AI in this way. Why would LCLC defend Big Games to such a great extent? Well, because all of his content, views, and job rely on their success and his ability to spend a lot of Robux and call it quote-unquote content. Avocado Plays. Currently boasting 6.4 million subscribers, Avocado Plays is one of the most popular skit YouTubers, featuring a cast of characters who play Roblox games with AI voices and exaggerated personalities. They got their start posting Adopt Me skits targeting kids, yet Bloxflip was constantly being advertised. But what was Bloxflip? Bloxflip was an online gambling site where you could wager Robux and Roblox items in games like poker, blackjack, and slots. The issue is that Avocado Plays' target audience was children, and Roblox is inherently a children's game. Bloxflip was, however, taken down in December of 2024, so thankfully kids are not being advertised gambling by people like Avocado Plays. What Avocado Plays is doing is illegal in the United Kingdom, which is where they are from. Under the 2005 Gambling Act, it is prohibited to advertise gambling to children, even if it involves virtual currency, both of which Avocado Plays is guilty of doing. Luckily, they have changed from advertising gambling to children to now posting videos with suggestive content and thumbnails to their child audience. Is that luckily? Their content is genuinely slop, relying on trends, weird clickbait thumbnails, and loud, colorful videos. If you want your brain to genuinely fry, go take a look for yourself. Trust me, you will regret it. Nicole. Freedraw is one of the best and largest games on Roblox to create and show off art. Yeah, you can probably see what's gonna happen. The ability to have multiple layers, save and load pieces of art, and do it all on Roblox makes it popular among artists. Given that Roblox is a children's game with a text chat and a long history of creepy people on the website, one would assume that proper measures would be taken to keep kids safe on Roblox games. Well, not Freedraw, because on March 13, 2025, a former moderator for the game tweeted messages from the owner Nicole, stating that they would change their policy to allow formerly banned players to rejoin, including people who were banned for inappropriate conduct. Nicole said things like, "There is no bad person, only bad decisions, and anyone can change. Under no circumstances is this a good thing. You are only setting yourself and your game up to be hated." Nicole's justification of allowing people to draw inappropriate art in a children's game is that according to her analytics, over 50% of the players are over the age of 18. But that not only doesn't take into account the other percentage of players who are under 18, but also the players who lie about their age when making an account. Nicole is also a close friend and defender of the known creepy person and outcast member of Roblox, Kaneko Kitten, which probably explains why they think this way. Nicole's partner Jaspup also changed the ban of someone who drew inappropriate things in the game from permanent to 1 month, stating, "We're moderators for a video game, not the morality police." police. Yeah, they said that. After attempting to delete all the evidence she could and being mobbed for allowing creeps to interact with young people after being banned, Nicole finally changed her mind. She made a complete 180-degree turn on her initial decision, deciding not to allow formerly banned players to rejoin. If you thought all of this was bad, she didn't even write the apology Nicole gave out. It was written by her partner who, according to messages, saw it as a PR statement. It gets a lot worse for Jaspa because on Blue Sky, they follow and often interact with various furry artists who draw animals doing bad things with other animals. Okay. Jaspup is also a moderator on a server that hosts this content, and be assured, Nicole is well aware of this. So next time you want to draw something on Roblox, maybe don't choose free draw. There's also a ton more about this drama that I don't really want to say because I don't want to get my channel striked, but Fuli_Gruely has a great video on it, so if you want to know more, check it out. Teddy. On June 6, 2025, David Baszucki, the owner of Roblox, announced that the next site-wide event was going to revolve around hunting for eggs called The Hatch. It was supposed to be the biggest Roblox event in years after several brand events failed to get any positive reception from the player base. These egg hunts dated back to 2008 when players had to explore various Roblox games to find virtual eggs. Most notably, the egg hunts in 2017 and 2018 were enjoyable to play and had a lot of effort put into them by the developers. Despite the players' enjoyment of these yearly hunts, Roblox for some reason decided to stop doing hunts from 2022 to 2024. Despite over 1,000 devs working hard on it and most players being very excited, where did it all go wrong? Well, it came to people's attention of a game developer by the name of Teddy. You may be thinking to yourself, wait, I've never heard of this Teddy developer before. What games have they made that would have Roblox put them into the egg hunt? How have you never heard of Boys and Girls Club Hangout and Boys and Girls Club Roleplay? These are the games we've all been playing. What, are you saying you haven't? I'm of course joking. These are games where people can interact inappropriately with other people in a game with young people. To make things somehow worse, Teddy himself has been banned from Roblox multiple times before publishing dating and inappropriate games that would get millions of visits. Why would someone who makes dating games on a children's game be invited to their site-wide event? And also the Roblox Developers Conference? Following the release of news about the event's participants, several games including Pressure, Doors, Piggy, and many others decided to withdraw and boycott the event. According to one of the developers of Doors, Roblox randomly selected developers using an algorithm which resulted in Teddy being invited to the event. Furthermore, developers were not contacted until days after the event announcement, forcing them to scramble to put something out. It still gets worse, because the co-owner of his group, the Teddy Company, is actively dating someone who is not the correct age. Danny Boy DK is an adult and, as of June 20th, was confirmed to have been dating someone much younger than him. So not only does Teddy create dating games on Roblox, but the co-owner of his group is in a relationship with a person much younger than him. All of this is so crazy, so maybe consider participating in future Roblox events knowing who they hire for them. SnickTrix. You may have heard of the game Islands, a Roblox recreation of the game mode in the Minecraft server Hypixel Skyblock. This game quickly rose in player count, where it now stands at 2.3 billion visits. But that is not the game I'm talking about. I'm talking about the much more popular game and a copy of the other Hypixel game mode, Bed Wars. Released in May 2021, the site took off, quickly attracting hundreds of thousands of visits within weeks, mainly due to the scarcity of quality games at the time. Because of the game's quick rise to fame, the developers began to release weekly updates and provide the player base with a constant stream of new and fun game mechanics, game modes, and items. All of this would culminate in a sudden and significant surge in people making videos on the game, most of which would gain hundreds of thousands of views within a short amount of time. Despite the weekly updates, the fanbase was still being teased about something much larger to come, which was revealed to be the Season 1 Battle Pass on August 27, 2021. Things could not have looked better for the game. They had constant updates that everyone loved, tons of videos covering the game, and most importantly, lots of Robux being spent. After around 7 months, however, various YouTubers began to express burnout with the game, many of them concluding that the repetitive gameplay and updates that seemed to add variations of the same things did not bring them joy anymore. Worse than all of this, pay-to-win mechanics began to emerge, forcing most of the free-to-play fanbase away from their favorite game. All seemed bleak when the developers started to put out the kind of battle passes that the players wanted, and items unlike anything in the game at that point. The positive direction of the game would come to a head with the Pirate Invasion live event, reaching a live concurrent player count of 400,000. After this, the game only got better, with constant and engaging events pushing the idea of of what the game could do. This was never going to be sustainable, and after around 1.5 years, the players began to have the same burnout feeling they had months before. This time, the game couldn't be saved by significant updates, for other Roblox games were capturing the attention of players and driving them away from Bed Wars. The devs knew their window of relevance was closing, so they began to put less and less effort into their updates, because they knew that no matter what they did, they would never be able to capture lightning in a bottle again. Now with only 16,000 players, which to be honest is still kind of good, it will likely continue to decline, becoming one of those games people look back on fondly. But none of this was the fault of SnickTrix or the other developers. They just succumbed to the natural progression of any game, not just Roblox ones. I hope they come out with a new and unique game that captures the same magic as Bed Wars. But since there's been no word from SnickTrix or his team, we can only hope. If you like this video, you will definitely love this video on screen. Thank you guys so much for 100k. This has been a childhood dream of mine to have, and I cannot thank all of you enough. You guys are amazing. Anyway, comment below what we should do next, and I'll see you soon.